Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This is our first try, so any technical difficulties are definitely my fault. I appreciate anybody that is watching. If you have any questions to share, we're going to do a Q&A at the end of our interview here with Brittany Rohr from Rohring Results. Say hi to the people, Brittany.
Hi.
She takes direction well. Thank you, Brittany. Appreciate you being the test subject for this. This is something we wanted to put out into the community. It's, we are virtually working, so why not do live interview with some people that are the friends of Connect, members of Connect, or contributing members to the business community of Bradenton, and who better than Brittany Rohr to start. I am Wade Hamilton, the macro manager of Connect Bradenton. We are a flexible workspace in downtown Bradenton that provides office space, shared space, reserved desks, and meeting rooms. We're going to be talking about all things Bradenton on this and many other videos we'll be putting out while we continue to work through this. I'm currently in the Vault studio at Connect. I was able to come in and set up today. For those of you watching on Facebook, feel free to send us your questions. I'll be happy to share them with Brittany, and we'll get some answers for you. Like I said, today, Brittany Rohr, Rohring Results. We'll get to know you a little bit first. First thing, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised here in Bradenton. I moved out to Las Vegas for about 6 years, and then I just moved back about a little over 2 years ago. So a lot of my business training I got out in Vegas. I'm happy to be back in my hometown. I got some hobbies with some acrobatics, and I have an awesome dog named Razor. And yes, Rohring Results is my baby.
I have met Razor, and Razor is wonderful. Tell us a little bit more. Tell us about the size of this dog, because it's hilarious. Brittany, you are what, 5'1"?
Almost 5'1".
Yep. Yeah, almost 5'1",
and
your dog outweighs you by how much?
2 pounds. 2 pounds at the moment. Yes, right. He's a big boy.
Yes, I have met him. He is wonderful. Brittany's brought him into the office a couple of times. So what did you do before you started Rohring Results?
Well, I was an acrobat. So I did aerial and contortion, and that's what led me to Vegas. I was first Cirque, and then, that was my first career. So anything in the air, hand balancing now.
Oh, bonuses?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what Rohring Results is and what it does, your business.
Yes. So Rohring Results is a business consulting company first. We want to help businesses grow. We want to help businesses structure themselves to be real businesses and not necessarily passion projects. And so we help them to see the way to put their business in a place where they could step out if they needed to. So we help them to scale quickly and then find that place that they want to be at and keep them sustainable there. And then we have the marketing agency built in order to implement those ideas. And so, we have a complete marketing agency as well.
We at Connect Bradenton, we use Brittany's services for that. It's wonderful working with her team and just working with her. She's not just a vendor; she's also a member. So a lot of things we want to talk about is not just what your business is and what it does. We want to kind of dig into the brand that is Rohring Results and Brittany Rohr being a part of it. What are the core principles and values that drive your business?
Ethics and results, always. So results is one of the biggest pieces for businesses, and we pride ourselves on ethics. We don't have long-term contracts ever. I think it protects the business owner on the other side and not necessarily the agency. And a lot of agencies use that as a fence. They leave you inside this fence and you're stuck. Okay. You're trapped. So we definitely don't do that. We build relationships more than the contracts and the business side. So we pride ourselves on that. We also focus on results. Every single month, we look at an after actions report. So we go through and we see what have we done and what can be improved. How can we increase those results? Because every time you have, a report that shows all, awesome positives, you're not actually seeing the full report. There's always something that didn't go as well as it should have. And so what we try to do is we go through and say, okay, well, this could have been better, and how could it have been better? So that's a better thing for next month. And we're always improving, because not every marketing campaign is always going to work. It may work for the first 3 months, and then all of a sudden it starts to drop off a little bit. You need to have another marketing campaign right behind it, ready to go, that's already been testing, so it can also take its place. So you're constantly having this motion of campaigns. But results is one of our biggest pieces. And we are always, you can ask anybody who's worked with us, we have a great reputation. Morals and ethics are definitely our backbone.
Awesome. I have to make mention that I now have additional pressure of this live video, that I have Matthew Peters watching the video from the studio that he designed himself. So hi, Matt. Hope I do you proud today. Thanks for joining. So we talked about that balance between ethics and results. You can easily, tip that balance very quite simply by saying, all right, I need to achieve results this month. Let's do something a little, and then vice versa. So how does that apply to the mission of your business specifically?
So I think that the right way to go with that conversation would be the psychology of conversion. And so there's a lot of times where either we'll have a company that has bad ethics, and we have we're the marketing company, so we're supposed to market them. I refuse. We just won't take them on as a client, or we'll end our agreement, which is, again, another positive of having no contracts. We can always end the relationship if the other company isn't doing something on the up and up that we find. But on the other side of that, we also have again, ethics, moral boundaries, where when we're creating marketing, we have the ability to, really delve in there with those psychological associations. And if I don't feel like it's ethical, then we won't go there. So we have to walk that line constantly of psychology and the power of psychology. It's a crazy, the influence that you can have as a marketing company. So
use the term influence. I love using that term in the right context. And I think there's certain things that are behind an influence of a business or the influence of a business person. And that can easily translate into, what is an inspiration? So what inspired you to not just start the business, but to go all out and build it into, where you're at now and where you're looking to go?
Yeah. I think that would go back to the very first business that I was ever part of, that was business consulting. I was given an amazing opportunity, and he taught me a lot about technology and startups and growing a business. And from there, he wasn't 100% ethical, I would say. I definitely saw some things I wouldn't have, copied. And so whenever I started my own, I definitely put my boundaries in place there. But I think that going through the motions, and you run into a lot of marketing companies that don't do it very good, not ethical wise. And you run into other businesses that aren't ethical. They're just hustlers, or whatever they want to call themselves. And I hate that term. But that's what that term comes to light whenever I think of that. I try to stay away from those types of people. And so I built my business very differently. And because of those experiences. And Vegas, you got a lot of, Vegas is a completely different market. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You're saying that Vegas and Bradenton, Florida are not the exact same kind of market? Tell me more.
Right. So Vegas has an extreme amount of opportunity. And so if you're not jumping all the time, you miss opportunities, and then you regret them later. But there's also opportunities that you are glad you missed, that you thought were good. And so it really, really taught me, that little water flow there to stay away on this side.
So, obviously in Vegas, like you said, there's this flood of potential customers, and there's businesses that come in all the time, startups that can grow, and you know, a lot of stories that you've told me. But in, you know, now that you're based here, does that still does that have any effect on your target market and what that looks like and how you go about it?
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, in the fact that I definitely target people differently here because, you know, it's a different market, but I use what I've learned from there. So I've pulled all of the technology, the growth rates, the strategies, a lot of the pieces that I've learned, I pulled down here. But I
Okay.
also still work with people out there. I've got clients all over the country, um, multiple states. So I still technically, you know, work out there as well.
Okay. Yeah, it's a conversation we've had, but I haven't actually asked that specific question, just to
Yeah,
see what the difference is. Um,
it's different.
so I guess the question is, how do you prefer or intentionally communicate with that market of your potential customers, your potential clients, or even just the audience of people that should know your name and your brand?
Um, Specifically here,
Specific, like, how do you intentionally communicate? Like, what is your preferred method of communication to get your name and your brand to your potential customers?
well, we don't really use online marketing as much as we are going to be.
Okay.
We've been very busy lately, but referrals is what we've been using for a while. I had, again, a big following out in Vegas. Um, and so I've got a lot of referrals out there that go, you know, people from Vegas travel all over. So that's, we've gotten customers all
Okay.
over the country that way. But here specifically, it's one-to-ones, meeting people, talking about it. We do a lot of donations for like donation websites and things like that. So we get referrals from those. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about the donation websites. I've heard the story myself. I think it's something that really speaks to who you are and how you go about your business. Um, Without tooting your horn too much, tell us a little bit about the monthly donation of a website, and maybe let's throw them a couple of shout outs as well, so people can go check out and see your work.
Yeah, yeah. So we try to donate a website every month. Every once in a while, those we do one at a time. So if we can get the site done in 1 month, then we obviously will do it every month. If the donation site takes too long, then it goes into, you know, month after month.
Okay.
Then unfortunately, you know, we don't take on another one at that point. But we do try to do one a month. The last one we just finished was Friends of CareNet.
Okay.
Um, but no, I've always thought that you should always be donating something, even if you can't donate money or you can't donate time, like one of the two. You should be able to donate something to somebody all the time. People always say, "Oh, I'll wait until I'm, you know, until I'm bigger and then I can donate." It doesn't hurt you to donate something. And I felt like websites are something that a lot of nonprofits, you know, they get charged so much. They get
Yeah.
just it's extremely expensive to build a website sometimes, and I think that people overcharged, you know, nonprofits. And so I thought, well, you know, we could do one every once in a while, and then it became one a month. We've done some work for some churches. So Nico Hope is one of them. We've done Cancer Resource Network. We have done the Friends of CareNet. We did something for Nate's Honor Preserve.
Okay.
We've done a lot of work with Big Cat Habitat. I love them. Absolutely love their tigers.
That's a hot button right now.
I know, but not them. They're awesome.
No, I
They're
know.
awesome people. Yeah, and so sometimes they don't need websites. Like with Big Cat Habitat, we donated time to help them with their processes and technology. And so, you know, we just
They're the
try to
ones
help.
in Sarasota, right?
Yes, yes,
Yes. Let's just clarify.
yes, yes.
Yes, we are Connect Bradenton CB. This is
Right.
not a different CB. We will not even bring that up as I continue to
No.
bring it up. But so websites are a tiny part of your business. You
Yeah.
know, it's something that you have told me and showed me many times in the past. So when people think about your business, what do you want them to hear?
I want them to hear Rohring Results helps your business restructure to be scalable. whether that means a new website, whether that means social media marketing, whether that means a new marketing strategy, whether it means a whole new business structure that, you know, is automation built and driven, whatever that means for that business. And I can't tell you exactly what it would be because every business is different. Majority of the time, the businesses will need a new website or the website updated. Majority of the time, they will need social media, which is why we've been known for those two major things. But our goal is to be known for the business that takes you outside of the business. So one of the terms I like to use is the term false freedom. A lot of businesses start because they have passion, and that's great. The problem is that they become passion driven, and then their business is their passion. It is a job. They have created themselves a job. So it's not really, it's false freedom. And so we want to give them true freedom. If they want to have the time to do that, then I want them to have the time to choose to do that, not be forced to do that. So that's my goal.
I think we've talked about, you know, businesses that are creating jobs for other people, not additional jobs for the owner.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yes.
So that's what they think. That's what they think about when they hear about your business. How do you want them to feel when they think about your business? What's
stress relief?
Okay. Tell me more.
I'll tell you more. Yes. So when they think of Rohring Results, I want them to think, okay, I can take a step back, and this business, this company will take and solve the problems for me, because that's what we do. We're problem solvers. And so they can let the stress go, because everybody has all this stuff going on in their head, and they're like, oh my God, how am I going to solve that problem? It's never going to, I can't figure it out. And then we come in and we say, no, don't worry about it.
Okay.
And then here's the solution.
Like
we think
that.
outside the box.
Okay. So one of the things that we like to talk about in our Let's Connect networking group, as well as, you know, just our day-to-day here at Connect Bradenton, is we talk about being a collaborative community. You are obviously a part of that, have been a part of that, and I appreciate you. So how do we take this collaborative community of business professionals to the next level? What is your advice?
A lot more one-on-ones. And when you're in the one-on-ones, don't think about how you can take from that business. Think about how you can help that business legitimately. I think a lot of businesses say, oh, I'm totally going to meet with you and I want to help your business. I want to give you referrals. I get those emails all the time, but it's not genuine. And if you genuinely want to help somebody else, they can feel that and you'll get it back tenfold. So I think that you should look for ways to, collaborate with other people. There's always business opportunities, and this is the best time because everybody's having to readapt to all these new things that are happening. So yeah, find ways to collaborate. Think differently. Don't think about your business as you are. Maybe even think about like whenever I was building my company, this is my second consulting company. The first time when I did it with my ex, it was very different. I had to collaborate with him, and it was, a different market and everything else. When I came down here, I built this one specifically in order to be able to collaborate with others with that intention, and I consulted myself. So step outside and consult yourself.
Okay.
And that way it's not, you're not inside your own head.
That's good advice that I think is harder to follow than we realize. I love that you talked about the one-on-ones, and networking as a purpose in the past has been about creating that network of people and contacts and just knowledge about their business. I think to a pretty good extent with the Let's Connect group that we host here. There are a lot of relationship builders. There are a lot of relationship that have been built through that. I mean, we were having 45, 50, 55 people here every Thursday morning for a few months before that was not logistically possible. But one thing that I've talked about and have tried to do myself, and another purpose of what we're doing here, is about maintaining relationships now. Establishing new ones are tough virtually, but the idea of maintaining relationships and really focusing on your brand and what you're putting out there now, but also planning for what we're going to put out there when things return to our new normal, whatever that may be. So that's kind of leading. But is there anything else that you would like to share with people that are watching now or listening, or that may watch this when we post it again a little bit later? Anything that you have that you wanted to say that maybe I haven't led you in that direction just yet?
Sounds good. I think that my advice, honestly, it's find ways to collaborate. Like you said before, going back to that, it's your business is an opportunity, and your business gives opportunities to other people too. Just like their business has opportunity for you. So if you could step outside and just clear your brain and act like you don't have your business anymore, act like you're going to start over, because you might be. Just take a second, have a nice giant sheet of paper, and where do you want to be? What do you want to be doing? Who do you want to serve in your business? And just start writing these things down and just different bubbles, and then just see where they start to come together, mind map it. And then just, who would you love to work with? What would be an awesome business person to work with? Put that on the paper too. And then just start to stare at it. And imagine you don't have a business yet, and just look at it and see if you can find a business in that. And that'll lead you to all kinds of other cool ideas. And then reach out to those people and talk to them and really nurture the relationships you want to build. That's my advice.
I love that your advice on the lower level is a big sheet of paper. And we all know that Brittany's favorite thing to do is a whiteboard session. Whether it's a quick one-on-one or ones that I've seen her do with groups, that is worth the time alone to set up a meeting, talk with, and do business with Brittany Rohr, Rohring Results. We'll open it up and see if there are any other questions. I didn't see any. It looks like people are just agreeing that Bradenton and Las Vegas are the exact same market, and they can be treated similarly.
I can't even say anything to that.
I know. So yeah, I guess I have no other questions for you. Did you have any questions for me? We'll flip it around if you like.
Ooh, that'd be fun. Well, the first thing I want to say is your lighting is so much better, and see, like doing video at the vault, way, way better. So congratulations on having an awesome space for that.
Thank you. Thank you, Matthew Peters, for creating it.
Right? Yes, that's true too. Right. He's on. Yeah. And, Connect Bradenton is such an amazing space. It really does provide a lot of that co-working ability and that partnership and collaboration ability. How do you want to see, after all of this is done, what would you like to see changed in Connect Bradenton?
I don't think there's much of a change that I want to make in Connect Bradenton, logistically or physically. I'm looking forward to providing opportunities for people that didn't think that we were an option for them before. One thing, a conversation I've had a number of times with people that are coming to pick up their mail, because we are still here every day because we are an essential service in that way. And people are like, ooh, a person not from inside my house, let's have a discussion through our masks from 6 to 10 feet away. Is one of the things that I'm most excited about on the other side of this in our new normal will be the opportunities for the workforce to have flexibility in where they can work, how they can work, and with or without whom they must work nearby. We've shown a lot of companies now that virtual employees, work from home employees, that is logistically suitable for their jobs. So the idea of having to get on the road and travel 30, 60 minutes every morning and evening isn't necessary anymore. And a lot of jobs can be done from little home offices and things like that. But,
I agree.
We're kind of in between that.
I think that this is going to, your business, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Okay.
Your business in all of this now is giving businesses a way to decrease cost.
Yes.
And that decrease in cost is going to help them to survive all of this pandemic as well, this crazy world we're living in. So I think that your space can also provide that too. It provides, again, another opportunity if they don't want to be inside the house. Maybe they do have children, and they need to go to a quieter space to make, this call or that, or to have just quiet. And I think that it's shown people that people can work remotely, like you said, and yeah, I would like to see Bradenton be more co-working and remote businesses.
Yeah, I definitely see us as an opportunity for people, like you said, not just for cutting costs, but for having another opportunity to blend their work and life by taking out some of that travel. Because not everybody's going to be able to set up a home office that especially during the first 3 months of the summer, for kids are going to be home. Are you going to be able to have all those calls? Is there a secure location for these, and all those different logistical things that a place like Connect can have and provide? And obviously we're here for people that need us, and we love to be able to provide that opportunity to further expand our collaborative community of business professionals, as we say over and over again. But thank you for leading me down that. So it's almost like you work for us as a marketing assistant.
Oh, I wonder.
All right. Let's see. I don't have any other questions out there.
All right.
I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. We're going to keep doing these. So we'll be sending out some invites to some other people from our membership in Let's Connect and Connect Bradenton itself. I appreciate you guys. Everybody out there, stay safe, stay healthy, and do not hesitate to reach out to us and let us know how we can help you and your business. Thanks again, Brittany, for being on with us and being the test subject. Look forward to talking to you guys again soon. Thanks.